If you weren't aware, the Slammer Stasis Vortex Frame Sword is now available from Nightfalls, the second ever Stasis Sword, with meta perks like Eager Edge, Cold Steel, and Bait and Switch. And this is something everyone can and should unlock while it is here, as if you miss it, it'll be another 8 weeks until it is back as the featured weapon. And when I say unlock, I mean unlock it in your collections, and not the Adept version. You see, if you only get the Adept version from GMs, you'll only be able to Engram focus Adept versions when it is the featured Nightfall weapon. So if you don't get the normal version of the Slammer now, you'll have to wait till next time. Once you do, you can casually farm it by using your Vanguard Engrams. It is a whopping 5 Engrams per pull, but at least you can focus it whenever. Now this week is unique in that everyone can obtain the Nightfall weapon. Certain Nightfall strikes usually require DLC ownership, this week requiring the Forsaken pack to queue the Corrupted. But since Guardian Games is going on, you can earn the Nightfall weapon from the Guardian Games competitive Nightfall playlist without owning any DLC. A couple things worth noting, it is a Nightfall, so you want to get platinum rewards by killing all the champions for the best chances at the weapon to drop. And unfortunately, the drop chance is quite low. It's listed incorrectly as common on the tooltip. It should be rare, as the drop chance is closer to that of 10 to 20%. My advice on unlocking the Slammer: if you own Forsaken and can get a squad, run the Corrupted on Legend or Master for your highest chances. If you don't own Forsaken, or want a casual experience, just farm the Guardian Games playlist. Just know it'll take a while. To answer the question of, is the Slammer worth all the hype? It depends. Cold Steel is a unique trait, and that sword hits apply slow stacks to the enemy. Reach 100 stacks, and they freeze in place. These stasis effects are great against champions, stunning overload when applying slow, and unstoppables when you freeze and shatter them. Those that are fans of zooming around, this is another Eager Edge sword, that is in a way better than the Dare swords due to the lunge and animation of Vortex Heavy Swing, giving you a little more oomph. In terms of DPS, it does have access to the Bait and Switch perk. Now Vortex frames are not great for boss DPS. They once were, but Adaptives and Lament are far superior right now. This comes down to their raw damage as well as more powerful perks like Enhanced Surrounded. However, even though something isn't the best, doesn't mean it's bad. And personally speaking, I prefer Vortex swords due to their feel and consistency. Plus, if you don't own Beyond Light to get Bequest or Lament, this is a great and easy way to get a good sword. On top of that, Bait and Switch, although a lower damage buff compared to Surrounded, is far easier to activate for the vast majority of players and encounters, requiring weapon swapping as opposed to having several enemies around you. At the end of the day, you have to decide for yourself what you like and what is best for the situation when you're given all the info. But to fight that FOMO and possibly get your new favorite weapon, at least unlock it now. For those that are farming the weapon and interested in what roles I recommend, that would be Jagged Edge for the most damage, or Enduring Blade for more ammo if using it as a utility sword, and Swordmaster's Guard for that increased charge rate. As for main perks, Relentless Strikes with Cold Steel for champs, or Bait and Switch for damage. For more utility, swap out Relentless for Eager Edge so you have a repositioning and damage tool all in one. What's also worth noting is that the Slammer Adept version has an extra perk in the third column, so getting Eager Edge and Relentless Strikes would be my ultimate goal, and all versions of the Slammer will be enhanceable come the final shape. That means you can put enhanced perks on the weapon. Now this isn't making these weapons craftable or exactly like the Adept Ron and Crota weapons. I have a couple dedicated videos on the topic with a new one in the works explaining how the system will most likely work out. But in a nutshell, all versions will be able to make their third and fourth column perks enhanced, while the Adept versions should be able to change the first and second column perks freely, so their blades and guards. Plus, the Adept versions should be able to enhance both perks in column 3. This isn't yet confirmed, but this is all info based on the current enhancement system and an interview with Bungie developers last year. If you want to play it safe when farming, get your desired role. Playing it a little loose, on those Adepts, don't worry about the blades and guards. Just focus on the main face perks. Before I let you go, let me give you some farming tips for the Corrupted Nightfall, as there are certain champions that if you skip, will prevent you from earning platinum rewards. For a complete walkthrough with loadout tips, I recommend checking out my old guide to substitute in the current champion mods. Alright, at the beginning, take out that Scorn Overload champion. Once you do, make your way to the right side and defeat the Taken Cabal boss. Then, sneak inside. Those are the only two enemies you need to defeat out here. There are a couple other Overload champions, but them despawning doesn't ruin platinum rewards. For the elevator room, charge a few relics before each round. Just toss them to your teammate and swap weapons to drop them. Charging them will greatly increase their damage and take down the enemy's shields in one go. Do note that orbs will despawn after a little bit, so you'll only be able to charge a few. Then try juggling them to reset their timer. For both ad waves, prioritize killing all the scions. They are sneaky, annoying, and will multiply if you let them be. For the double ogre room, there are two important champions that'll ruin your platinum run. Now you have two ways to tackle this room. The method I recommend is entering the room to spawn everything, find the unstoppable ogre that'll spawn on the left, middle, or right, and quickly take them out. Then focus on the hive ogre. When you get teleported to the ascendant plane, do not kill the taken ogre, just whittle them down to half health. Your goal is to kill the hive ogre first, so that way you stay in the ascendant plane. Once you do, head up the right side platform and dispatch the wave of enemies coming up the stairs. Over there will be two unstoppable phalanxes you need to kill. They should come up the stairs, but if they don't, they might be coming up behind you. Once both are dealt with, then kill the taken ogre, which will despawn all but the shriekers, then make your way through the portal. The alternative strategy is to not spawn those two taken unstoppables in the first place. To do this, you must not pass the top of the entrance's staircase when you enter the ascendant plane. Once you do, those two champs will spawn. If those champs despawn, you won't get platinum. The problem with this strat is that it can be slow and annoying, as you have a limited area to move around and are at the mercy of enemy positioning, but it is a valid strat. Finally, the boss room. Here, you'll just want to focus on the initial wave of enemies, either on the starting platform or on the rear floating one for safety. Once dealt with, charge a relic, break her shield, and then focus on the ads, not her. Once everything is clear, she should be on the right side if you didn't damage her. For the quick strat, grab a relic and everyone meet by the portal's spawn. Then in rapid succession, throw the relic to a teammate, drop it, and DPS. When she teleports to the left, continue damage and have someone pick up the relic. When she goes immune, throw the relic and damage her until she gets to 50% HP and teleports away. Shortly thereafter, the portal will open. If the strat is too stressful or you mess it up, just stay at the entrance of the arena and defeat all the waves of enemies. This will just take longer and you'll have to dodge that floating debris. When you get to the final boss arena, prioritize the ads. Those scions are very annoying and the two captains that spawn after her shield break are super deadly. Once everything is dealt with, just break her shield and defeat her. Now, best of luck to you all trying to unlock and farm this slammer. If you have any other questions or tips for your fellow Guardians, comment down below. If you liked today's video, consider subscribing for more Destiny content and come check out the Sundog Gaming Discord. As always, I'm your Commander Pika. Be kind, have fun, and I'll see you on the battlefield.
She will find a way to take me again. Please.